Right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we are now live on YouTube for some bonus anniversary gold and Battlechip grinding in the fun mode of gameplay known as Arena, which everybody loves, myself included. By far, you know, the best mode of gameplay in the game. It's so fun, it's so dynamic, can just never really get enough of Arena, in all fairness. But what is up to all the fine ladies and gentlemen watching today, which at this point is exactly 0 people. I don't think any notifications have gone out, so it's just me. It's just me, Arena and Chill for one today. But if anybody does join the live stream, man, hopefully it's a good time. But we better crack on. We've got some top tier matches to fight. We've got to burn all of our 6-star champions, get them off cooldown, and just see what we can do today. Yo, what is up, Michelangelo and Gid? Ladies and gentlemen, we now have officially 2 people watching the live stream, 3 people, the optimistic as well. Lads, hope you're all doing well today on this incredibly interesting Tuesday morning. I think there is a good chance, because all the content creator videos went out, what was it, yesterday for Darkhawk, and by all of the content creator videos, I mean, I only saw 2, one from Brian and one from Legacy, I don't know, man, the videos, there just don't seem to be many videos on Darkhawk at all, man. I barely saw anything explored yesterday. Saw a bit of Realm of Legends gameplay. Darkhawk looks okay, man. Looks alright. Some of the Realm of Legends damage was interesting from Brian, but it's from the perspective of Darkhawk's like a character like benefits significantly from his awakened ability, and also like full synergies, full suicide masteries. Like, it's a little bit hard to kind of gauge the damage, but it seemed decent from a double immunities character. So yeah, Darkhawk, I don't know, man, he seems a little bit interesting. I'm curious to explore the character a little bit more. Yo, what is up, Roblox? Good morning / afternoon to you as well. Blue Dragon, Curtis, slowly creeping in. I see you've got the NPC beam as your avatar there. 10 out of 10, my friend. How am I doing? I'm not too bad today, mate. You know, just got to make hay while the sun is shining, aka grind Arena while the 20% boost is active. That's pretty much it, mate. You know, kind of minimize the suffering that you have to endure in this game is always kind of one of the biggest points to making the most of it. What's up, Seatin? Hope you're doing well. Dominic, hopefully you're doing well as well. Seatin, man of legends and poor life digitally enhanced gambling decisions. I mean, you're certainly not wrong there. What is up, Steve? Hope you're doing well today, mate. Oh my goodness, we've really, in the last 6 months, man, we've really gone to town with those crystal openings. We've definitely this has been the year of excessive spending on Marvel Contest of Champions. For the majority of the time, nothing, but very luckily we've had Clan HQ and a massive growth in the YouTube channel to help cover it, man. So it hasn't been too bad, and I would like to thank all the wonderful supporters and viewers of this channel for allowing me to, you know, become a reasonably functioning gambling addict. Certainly do appreciate it. Stop playing Marvel Strike Force? Yeah, ages ago, mate. That game is just an absolute sinking ship, in my opinion. I feel like it's got absolutely no longevity and is probably going to be in the ground in the next year or so. So yeah, I just don't really have much hope for Marvel Strike Force being a game that people want to continue to play. But I don't know. It's a bit of an interesting one. I think kind of I reach a point in games where if there's like not any way, if like it's not to do with player input and just to do with numbers, then I just don't really have much of a desire to continue to play. So I'm a big fan of skill-based games, and there's just not much room of that for Marvel Strike Force, especially when they're continually taking the piss. I saw the community was trying to boycott the red stars and loads of other stuff, so I'm just like, mate, I cannot be asked for the stress, mate. I've got one slight clown fiesta of a game to deal with on my plate, so I'm very happy. Is 4-star Heimdall worth ranking up purely for his synergy? Well, a 4-star Heimdall is going to be very good for a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to variants, so he can be very, very useful. So I would say, like, if I had a 4-star Heimdall on the main account, I'd probably max him out. So unfortunately, we didn't get a 4-star during the initial opening. But if I had one on the free-to-play account, I'd definitely take him up as high as I possibly could there. So I think Heimdall is very valuable. He's like good by himself, a useful character that can bypass all evade and auto block very, very easily. He's got some okay damage. He's not certainly the best damage output character, but the fact that he has a permanent true strike as long as you don't get hit is really, really good. And you can refresh that true strike whenever you use a special attack. So yeah, it's just really, really easy to counter a lot of evade and auto block, and giving his whole team cheat death as well as some other really valuable synergies can be very, very useful. Who, in my opinion, is the best champion? Well, I think you should never... There's no, like, best blanket champion. There are best champions for all sorts of little different stuff. Because Marvel Contest of Champions, to anybody that really understands the game, is an incredibly complicated game with not a lot of simple answers. So there are a lot of champions that are very, very good. But to say one champion is the best overall champion in the game is a very naive stance for anybody to have, because there are champions that excel in all sorts of different matchups and scenarios and nodes. So that's what any smart Marvel Contest of Champions player does, is kind of they acknowledge the complexities of Marvel Contest of Champions and realize that depending on the scenario, you know, one champion is going to be better than another. But there are a lot of good champions in the game, and to reflect my ideas on that, I create something called the tier list every single month, which kind of roughly elaborates on how I feel about champions comparatively speaking. What is up, Nuclear Mushroom? Hope you're doing well today, mate. How do I deal with the Thorns path? I think I might do a video today on all of the options for Thorns, because I've had quite an overwhelming amount of inquiries as to how to deal with the Thorns path. So yeah, I believe I'm going to do a video tonight on it, man. I've got pretty much all day, the next like 9 and a bit hours, to sit in my parents' garden making videos, so I plan to make the most of it today. Yeah, just to give you a few options off the top of my head. Quake, champions with very, very hard-hitting singular heavy attacks, ability accuracy reduction champions, Mega Red, medium spam, who also have been people been using Domino with a full trinity as well. But yeah, there are so many interesting options that you can use to play around it. I think Captain America with the science synergy as well, I've seen some people use, but I've yet to test that one myself. If I only had one 5-star max now, which one would I choose? That's pretty much another way of rewording the previous question that we just answered about the best champion. It would depend on my priorities in the game and exactly what I wanted to focus on, you know? If it was Alliance War, maybe somebody like Corvus Glaive, but it would be subject to the path that I wanted to run. If it's something like Labyrinth of Legends, there are many different options, depending if my goal was like initial completion, 100%, what other champions I had, you know, available to me for synergies. So yeah, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Doesn't have a super straightforward question that would be accurate. Highly disappointed with the 4-year event. Got back into the game on a new account. Expected the glorious rewards of last year, but instead received a fat L. Well, hopefully Christmas is going to be a little bit better, Jordan. But I'm definitely as equally disappointed as you, I would say. It just kind of annoys me that there's no like innovation, no kind of moving forward. That's what I always really enjoy about games, and it's a bit stale when you bring back the same stuff as last year, and obviously a year has occurred in between that time. A lot of stuff has taken place within that year, and to not kind of build on some of the momentum, it's just a little bit disappointing. It gets a little bit sad. So, like, really, the only thing that I was kind of expressing in my video yesterday is literally, Command, just do better. That's all I want to see, man. I want to see you do better. I want to see you make those strides to slightly impress us every year, instead of just being like, oh, well, we got the same as last year. Well, in this case, like, even less than last year. It's just a little bit disappointing for a game that wants to innovate and move forward, and has such a strong brand and player base, and such a, you know, a massive amount of whales that still continually to splash out, to just see a really, really dull event, man. A really, really dull event with some very mediocre rewards that just turned into, you know, a little bit of, oh, do you want to spend a bit more around our anniversary, instead of like, oh, let's show our mad appreciation that we've actually made it 4 years. You know, the majority of mobile games, they struggle to make good money for over like a year and a bit. But MCOC, man, they're smashing it. They're raking in that dough. So, I don't know. It's just a little bit rubbish, mate. A little bit rubbish. But, yeah, man, I'm just going to continue saying exactly how I feel moving forward. Just rank 5 for my Captain America Infinity War. I love him. I don't blame you, Nomad. I can certainly see you're repping the name as well. But yeah, man, Cap Infinity War is still an absolute banger of a champion, man. He's so incredibly good. Just a huge fan of that character myself as well. Right, let's slap these lads in here. We're also going to bring Rocket Raccoon into the next one. I've yet to level up my Rocket Raccoon. It's a little bit annoying because we've already done a level up in gameplay on the free-to-play account for Rocket, so we don't really need to do one on the main account, but we do need to do a Nebula one. So we might do that a little bit later today. See, did I get the Ancient title for playing for 4 years? I have not played the game for 4 years, man. So, unfortunately, no. I am a year and a half late to the Marvel Contest of Champions party, approximately. So yeah, man, I'm not a super OG veteran of the game. 48 months, I've missed out on 16 of those. So, by all comparative standards, my account is a little bit behind some of the really OG veterans of the game, but not hugely, because, you know, I have spent a large amount of time and currency, as you may be aware, topping this account up. But I just feel like the majority of currency that I spend on the game, like, you know, I say this very transparently in a lot of progression videos, it just doesn't do anything really for the account. Like, doesn't really provide a lot of high value the majority of the time. It just ends up being wasted. Again, that's not true like all of the time. It's probably not true about 10% of the time, but again, I like to stress that about 90% of the time when I spend money on the game, it's just completely wasteful. But all part of being YouTube's #1 gambling addict channel for Marvel Contest of Champions. All fun, man. Constantly pulling 6-star defenders, Korg recently, Sentinel previously. I mean, both of those champions, man, they're not too bad to play and certainly have their uses. Like, Korg's definitely a bit of an interesting bleed immune one. Sentinel's a great, double immunities, and if you can get to 100 analysis, does hit very hard as well. There's a few little interesting bits and bobs you can do with Sentinel. So yeah, I wouldn't write him off as just a defender, my friend. And Korg has a bit of a lengthy armor break as well that can be useful in certain matchups where it is desirable to completely shatter the armor of the opponent for the most amount of time possible. So yeah, man, I wouldn't write him off just yet. That's all I'm saying, my friend. Is Korg need dupe Y? For a defender, he benefits quite nicely from being awakened, because that just gives him the damage back, and also I think allows his something to do with the rock shield as well. Oh yes, the chance to shrug off debuffs when he has rock shield. So both of those things make him a substantially more annoying defender, but still, he has his unstoppable and unblockable mechanics if people don't know how to play around him, even unawakened. So he can still be a good defender without needing to be awakened. But I think Korg he's going to be in the basic crystals very soon, right? It was Heimdall last Tuesday, so I think we've got another 6 days till people are going to be pulling 4-star and 5-star Korgs left and right, which I'm sure is going to be a great time for everyone, boys. A really fun time. So yeah, more Korgs. But Korg, Korg is very annoying to fight. The worst champion to fight if you go in blind. But once you kind of learn how to fight Korg, he's not too bad to deal with. But he's definitely like a cut above the average character in MCOC. A big cut above for the majority of people. Because yeah, if you mess up against Korg, man, you will just get absolutely demolished. So Korg, if you're in kind of the lower mid-tier Alliance Wars and people don't know how to fight him, I've seen him like absolutely roadblock people. So Korg is definitely a character that I feel like is going to swarm a lot of Marvel Contest of Champions early next year. But also a Mega Red, boys. We got a Mega Red coming. He's a great counter to Korg. Absolutely wipes the floor with him. But also you can fight Korg with any champion as proven by Invincible if you do know how to play around some of his mechanics there. Do I miss the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. LT? I will always miss Mr. LT. I enjoyed the memes, I enjoyed the energy, I enjoyed the enthusiasm. That was certainly always, it was very, very fun to see. So yeah, you know, just miss Mr. LT, man. But he's doing incredibly well playing Beyblades at the moment. He's got his channel Super Beyblade Family, and because I love being incredibly nosy on other YouTubers' channels and business tactics, give him a bit of a stalk, man, on Social Blade to try and work out, you know, how much he made playing Beyblades, man. The man has almost made about $200,000 US playing Beyblades, so if that's not bloody impressive, that, you know, I don't know what is, man. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So he's killing the Beyblade game. So fair play, mate. Fair play. So what all I've got to say, really. Certainly, Mr. LT, despite maybe his lack of Marvel Contest of Champions knowledge, has always had some decent knowledge when it's come to making large stacks of cash on YouTube. Oh, yeah, boy! Get in there, mate. Oh, I love how hard Wasp hits in arena matchups. Just get stuff done so fast. Wasp versus Ghost Rider versus Carnage, 5-star to rank 4. I would say it's between Ghost Rider and Carnage, in all honesty. Ghost Rider for the utility, Carnage for the damage, depending on your personal preference there. And also what other characters you have. If you got the Starknot, Spider-Man and Blade up there, then you probably do want to look at throwing the Ghost Rider up there as well. Right, let's take Vulture in. Rocking Friend says, see my channel, I have Avengers Endgame official story. Well, I don't think you do. I think it's more likely that you've come up with a bit of a clickbait video, and now you're using the incredibly poor tactics of trying to promote your video in live stream to gather some sort of attention. That would be my assumption. Because if you really did have the official story, which obviously nobody at this point in time can confirm, considering it's not out yet, and Marvel would not disclose absolutely anything. So yeah, I don't know. Slightly cynical with your stance, my friend. Have I watched Beyblade? I haven't watched Beyblade in a very, very long time. I used to watch it as a as a kid, though. I competed in a few Beyblade tournaments when I was a kid, which was Beyblade tournaments are essentially just an RNG fiesta of, like, you know, which Beyblade lasts the longest. So, but I don't know, man. I seemed I won a couple. I won a Sky Beyblade tournament at this event once and got a very nice Beyblade. So I was pretty damn happy about that one. But aside from that, I have not watched Beyblade in a very, very long time. But I definitely had a Beyblade phase as a kid. I think when I was what's it, 8 or 9? Something like that. Back in the day, mate. Cheers for the advice on Heimdall. Also, your uncollected monthly event videos always save me a ton of units, so many thanks for that. Thank you very much. The implication. Is that like an Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference, or am I missing something else? But regardless, my friend, thank you very much for the super chat. Whenever I see the implication, I always think of that episode where, what is it, Mac and Dennis, they all buy a boat, but it's like the shittest boat in the world. Oh mate, the implication is honestly one of the best scenes, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So I'm not too sure if that's the reference, but my friend, thank you very much for the $7 equivalent US super chat. Let's get you up there as our blubberiest whale of the day. And dude, I'm certainly glad I could be of help there. I played the Spider-Man PS4 game. I have. It's really, really good, man. The controls are absolutely phenomenal. But I don't think, with the Spider-Man PS4 game, unless I've missed something, I think adding in a harder difficulty, there wasn't like a huge amount of challenge. Like once once you got into the game and kind of understood the controls, it was all pretty face roll. Like Spider-Man is just above beyond god tier, man. Just very, very easy to just dodge everybody's attacks and just absolutely miller everyone. So yeah, it was an interesting time though. Rank down tickets on December 25th from calendar. The rank down tickets, they weren't from the calendar last year. They were sent out approximately 6 o'clock, kind of the usual standard time for stuff to be sent out. So keep an eye on the mail for that, and don't have the expectation that you're probably going to get them from the calendar. I would say is the best way to play that one, if my memory does serve me correctly. Because I remember last Christmas it being 6 o'clock and being like, oh man, I need to go make a video, they're ranked down tickets. I didn't imagine there would be these. I was very, very happy as well. Oh, thank you very much, Hawkins. Hope you're doing well, mate. Mad love from India. May, it's 8 PM and I have an exam tomorrow. Well, best of luck in your exam tomorrow, man. I hope that you have some good results. I was terrible when it came to all of my exams because I never wanted to study because I was always far too busy playing World of Warcraft. And look where it ended me up, man. I'm a gambling addict, making video game videos in my parents' gardens. So, you know, if you want to, don't be like me. Study for your exams. It's a good idea. Right, let's get stuck in on this hood here. Is Night Thrasher... No, oh, Night Thrasher's certainly not meme tier in my opinion. I think he's somewhere around the demigod tier. He's kind of like, in my opinion, just right slap bang in the middle of what I consider a demigod tier champion. Because he's got some very useful stuff and some alright damage output. It's not the best, not the worst, but there are some cool ways to play him as well. And he can get through quite a few different matchups. Evade, auto-block champions, Mephistos. Got some rather interesting stuff he can do. And I also don't have the super OP 4 or 5 star one to test out the unblockable dash synergy. So yeah, Sam I'm missing as well, because that synergy seems quite interesting with, what is it, Ghost Rider, I think. So yeah, I like Night Thrasher. He's good. I think it's a little bit hard to gauge just from the freestyle where he's going to fit into my tier list, and I've been searching for that higher gameplay, but yeah, there's a very big lack of it out at the moment. So hopefully we can get some more gameplay in the future. Right, I think the timing might slightly be off. Right, I think I'll reset my Reflector 2 after this, because I feel like it's a little bit out of sync here. Did I just evade? Oh, man. Playing with auto-evade champions is a little bit annoying. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let me just quickly reset. Oh, that's so loud! Sorry for any burst eardrums there. I do definitely apologize. Right, Reflector 2. Let's quickly go ahead and transfer over. Am I going to make a Sentry video? Maybe when I get my 5-star one awakened. There's not a huge point at the moment, just because he kind of does need to be awakened to, you know, carry his charges over from fight to fight. This is a little bit underwhelming, unawakened. But Idlest has some good Sentry gameplay if you are desperately searching for it. Right, let's throw off a special 2, and then we go. Do I know Brian Grant? I don't think I've ever heard of him. Is he some sort of baseball player? Does he play golf? Yeah, I can't say I've ever heard of that, in all honesty. Oh no, he's the wrestler, isn't he? Yeah. The one that wears that, what is it, banana suit, right? I think so. If I remember, man. Am I jealous? 6-star, rank 2 ghost. I'm a little bit jealous there. I'm not really too sure how to say your name, mate. Without saying another word that sounds quite similar to how I am pronouncing it in my head. So if you could type out the best way to pronounce it, that would certainly be appreciated. Yo, what's up, General Kenobi? Hope you're doing well. Make a Rhino rank up in gameplay. I think have I still got my Rhino at rank 3? I might do. Yeah, I do. He's still rank 3, man. Not really doing a huge amount for the moment. But, you know, is what it is. He likes bananas, if that helps. I'm pretty sure it's the wrestler, right? The wrestler? The one who strips down into his undergarments and, you know, says, fight me. I won't fight me 1v1. Unboosted, son. Do I think Iron Man Infinity War is worth rank 2? Maybe. I think there are maybe better 5-star characters to rank 5 than 6-star Iron Man Infinity War rank 2. But I'd say if you have him awakened, then there could be a bit of an argument for it, because he might be a little bit annoying on Light Sword defense. But I don't know. I think there are just better 5-stars to potentially take up there, because most people are quite good at well, when it comes to the higher tiers, most people are quite good at fighting those 6-star Iron Man Infinity Wars. But if you're in a fairly mid-tier alliance, because he's not the worst champion to play as well, and also has a lot of utility advantages when it comes to various scenarios and matchups. Like, you know, he's a godsend for the champions clash, but you didn't really need him at rank 2 for that, just to take down all the Icemen. Yo, what's up, Moon Knight? Hope you're doing well. Thoughts on suicides for someone not worried about war? Do I have a guide? I don't have a guide for suicide masteries. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of them, because I think when it comes to a lot of... It really depends exactly what you want to do. If, like, Arena is your sole reason for playing, then suicide masteries might be quite worth it. And if you have a roster of champions that can take down stuff like, you know, Uncollected, and you're not really too fussed about stuff like Labyrinth, and you just want to do kind of Arena Uncollected and a bit of Zerg AQ, and your roster is very suicide champion friendly, then maybe. But yeah, I don't know. If they work for you and you don't find yourself like having to spend an excessive amount of potions, then go for it. But I've never been too fussed with going full suicides, because, you know, they do increasingly cripple the health pool of a lot of champions as you move from fight to fight. But they're not too bad, man. They're certainly very fun for Arena. I'll give you that. Would I make a Green Goblin gameplay? I don't even have a 4-star Green Goblin on any account, so that's very sad. I've like dodged Green Goblins so much, so that's been rather unfortunate, man. Because I love Green Goblin's animations, but everything else about the character is a little bit underwhelming. Oh no, I forgot to put the Killmonger with BPCW there. Oh man, that sucks a little bit. Right, we'll bring in Colossus. Sorted, boys. Who do I think is the tallest champion and the smallest? Well, the tallest is definitely Sentinel. The smallest is, I don't know, Ant-Man when he shrinks. Wasp, Wasp when she shrinks. Something like that. Well, actually, Rocket's probably the smallest. Yeah, Rocket is the smallest, man. There we go. Question answered. Do I think we'll get a new Spider-Man from Spider-Man Far From Home? Maybe. I think we're definitely getting Mysterio, and there's probably going to be another character as well. I'm not too sure who that one's going to be. Hopefully we'll get Nick Fury as well at some point next year. Maybe Captain Marvel Nick Fury. Yeah, I'm going to do a Nebula rank up in gameplay on the free-to-play account. Ideally a little bit later today. Would be a pretty good time. Right, let's chuck that in. Oh, mate. Beautiful fight from our man Colossus there. No, the Silver Surfer video was definitely the best part of the 4-year anniversary event. It was sick, man. It was so sick. I love those big budget like CGI trailers, man. They look so good. Like last year's one was banging, but this year's one was just hype, mate. It was just hype. Decided to join the stream to check out all the hype anniversary events. It's pretty much just play some Arena, mate. You get a little bit more. Why not? Are gold pool crystals worth it with this gold boost? No, not really. They're still a little bit crap, mate. So, yeah, but, you know, it's a better time to buy them than it was before, but gold pool, you know, he's just a trophy champion at the end of the day, and the gold crystals are still, like, they're pretty awful value, in all fairness. So I really don't recommend buying them unless you're looking to just throw a lot of money or a lot of units away. Definitely, like, do not touch them with a 10-foot barge pole if you are a free-to-play player. Is my my piece of advice there. Because, you know, I saw comments. Oh man, I saw comments from people that were like, "Lol, I spent 1,500 units on gold pool crystals," and then, you know, like a few days later, they're like, "Oh, see, and I can barely get past Act 4." I'm like, that's why, mate. You're spending all your units on trash. Like, invest them in some decent mastery setups. And, you know, some maybe good boost packages when they come around. Make some smarter decisions. Learn how to play. So, you know, some people, they certainly don't help themselves when it comes to trying to progress and get the most out of Marvel Contest of Champions. Am I looking forward to Glass when it hits theaters? I'll probably go see it. There's so much I want to see at the moment, though. It's ridiculous. I really want to see the new Aquaman. I think that's out tomorrow in the UK. Same with Into the Spider-Verse as well. So there's quite a bit, man. Quite a bit. I don't know when Glass comes out, though. Has it got a release date? Ahoy! And it was free to watch. Oh my gosh, so blessed, aren't we, Marjo? That Kabam have let us watch a promotional teaser for the next year in Marvel Contest of Champions. It's incredibly vague. Oh my goodness, so lucky, mate. I would have units, but I take after my idol, the man of poor life decisions. Bro, the man of poor life decisions, he always tells you don't buy the crappy crystals. Which ones are the crappy crystals? All of them. All of them are the crappy crystals. Pandies. At the end of the day, my friend, you have the free will to spend your units on whatever you like. I think the thing is, you know, don't come crying to me when you spend your units on crap crystals and then you can't afford to, you know, get past some of the easier content and challenges in the game because you haven't spent those units on a good mastery setup. Glass is out next month, the 18th. Oh yeah, my wild shit. So my me and my girlfriend, because it's my my birthday next month, we have booked an Airbnb and a holiday in Amsterdam just for a few days, like a 3-day retreat where we're just gonna go on an absolute mad one. I'm well excited for it, boys. Well excited for it. The 24th birthday is gonna be banging. Still gonna be in the UK. Might do a stream for my birthday actually next month on the 17th, but then on the well, we leave on the Sunday and come back on the Wednesday lunchtime. So if something does happen on the Wednesday evening, then, you know, we've got we can do a video on it. So smart playing around Marvel Contest of Champions events. Open 5 stars, Juggernaut, Black Panther CW, Phoenix Howard and Hawkeye. What a bummer. Yeah, man, it's never a good time, man, when Hawkeye is the best out of those 5 stars. So definitely RIP to you, my friend. Seatin, congrats on being Times Person of the Year. Is that the one where, like, it was like everybody is? It's you. You're the Person of the Year. You've done so well this year. A little self-congratulatory, but thank you very much, man. Oh no, I've been to Amsterdam. What is it, like three times in the last like couple of years, man? Oh, it's so much fun. I love it. It's definitely it's the European Vegas. It's a great time. What time is it for me? What time is it for me? Gosh, it's coming up to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 24. I think I saw a bit of grey, mate. I'll tell you what. I've still got at least one good year left in me. One good year, and then it's all downhill. I'm about to peak, mate. I'm about to peak in terms of physical attractiveness. We made it to a 4 out of 10. I'm gonna slowly slope down to a 3. toward the end of my 30s, and then 40s. It's just we you know, if I'm lucky, I might be able to retain a 2 out of 10. So fingers crossed, boys. I have very, very high hopes for the future in terms of my physical levels of attractiveness. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. But it's really just enjoying what little we have left of this this early 20s, I suppose. I have too much units. You can never have too many units, my friend. That's the golden rule of MCOC. Do I like playing Sabretooth? I really enjoy playing Sabretooth. He's very fun when he's ramped up. Like, the first match on Sabretooth, it's not that fun. But then, you know, all the ones after that, while you have the charges, are very fun. I think I peaked in 6th grade. Well, we'll have to see what's up, man. 25 years ago, that was my peak. Well, you know, it's all fun and games, isn't it, mate? Who cares about the peaks anyway? Like, very happy being Mr. Man of Mediocrity. It's great fun, boys. Still in my 20s, I got plenty of time left. Oh, thank you very much, Paul. I'm sure we have plenty of time left. You know, at the end of the day, if you are unattractive, you've just got to remember that the world is full of people without vision, and also full of people that really enjoy drinking a lot. There's plenty of alcoholics out there, plenty of, you know, 2-in-1 blind alcoholics, proper package there for all the ugly munters, such as myself out there. So, you know, it's a great time, man. Oh, I can tell you, John, that the body, it sometimes does betray me as well. I mean, for the last, what is it, 20 years? Ever since I was a kid, man, I've had a massive forehead, man. It's a very, very big forehead. But luckily, hair continues to sprout out of it for the time being. Touch wood on that one. So, we'll have to see. But I've kind of made my peace for the fact that I'm probably going to be bald in the next 5 years. But it's alright, because hopefully I'm going to be a little bit more charming, so I can continue to pull it off to an adequate level. Fingers crossed, boys. I'm like a fine wine, I just keep getting better. At least that's what I keep telling myself. I mean, you know, as long as you keep telling yourself, like, you know, the secret of confidence really is just belief. So, you know, just keep on telling yourself that. Have the occasional drink. It seems to work for me, so I do highly recommend the strategy there, Paul. Yo, what is up, David Goldstein? Hope you're doing well today, mate. Right. Pop, pop. Ahoy, Seatin. I love that you're pretty much the only person in the world that addresses me with the greeting ahoy. Big fan. I'm a big fan of it. I still have not got tired of it at all, man. I quite like it. Very, very unique there. Highly considering ranking down my unduped Hyperion to rank up unduped Venom if we get round down tickets. I think with the unduped Hyperion, it's maybe a good choice, because he benefits quite nicely from the awakened ability, where Venom doesn't. But Hyperion, man, he's still a bit of a beast mode character. He's very, very good for a lot of stuff. So it's a tough one, man. But if you prefer Venom, and if you like Venom more, then I'd say go for it, man. When is the next log on the free-to-play? Never. I do not want to do 100% Labyrinth on the free-to-play account. Because essentially, it would just require me to spend far too much time playing Arena on the free-to-play account, and I just don't really have much interest in that. So, I'm going to stick with one path. I'm very, very happy that we got the initial completion in Labyrinth, but, you know, there's no point in going for more paths unless you're going to 100% it, because there are, like, really no rewards between the, you know, the second run and 100%, so you just got to wait, man. You just got to wait. So, yeah, I'm just not bothered, man, unless it becomes, our characters become so OP that we can do it without spending, which is going to take a lot of time there, so we'll figure out, man. See, when I hit 170k subs, I turn into your unofficial social media publisher again to push you to 200k subs. Oh, thank you for the support, Steve. I certainly appreciate you always being on the rally to get some more troops aboard the Salt Army. But we're doing all right, man. I'm just like I'm at that level, man. I just don't care about subscribers at all. I just care about really making content. I kind of enjoy having a little bit of fun on a day-to-day basis, and raking in those big fat juicy views so I can afford a mortgage next year. So yeah, I'm pretty happy and content with where we are at the moment. Like I just don't feel the need to do a big sub rally. So yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing. I'm just loving it, man. Ahoy is my calling card. It's how I stay relevant. I mean, I like it, man. It's working. It's working. I always appreciate a good ahoy in chat. Because sometimes, you know, ahoy's just not, it's not used by enough people, man, that I feel like, you know, when I see one, it kind of catches me off guard a bit. I'm like, oh, there's that greeting as well that's in the dictionary of potential greetings. Does the Colotech Mastery work? I think it does, to the best of my knowledge, because quite a lot of Vision players have been using it for a while. So yeah, I believe it does. But I've never tested it myself. But I've heard Colotech is quite useful if you're a very big tech champion player. Oh, pardon me. Right. There we go, boys. What is with the 5-star arena? Is it going to be this year? I don't believe so, so I'm not really too sure, man. Medusa or Iceman on Magic to rank 4. Have a generic I can use also. Medusa for the damage, Magic for Alliance War. Depends what you're really trying to do next, I would say, James. If your goal is to do Labyrinth of Legends, then I would go for Medusa. If it's to be an all-star in Alliance War offense, I would go for Magic. But I don't think there are too many arguments for Iceman to rank 4 over those two characters, because I think those two are just incredibly, incredibly valuable. So yeah, I'd say it's between those two. But it depends on what you're looking to try and do next. Xmas calendar better be lit. I certainly hope so. Shiver me timbers. I do like a good pirate talk. What does shiver me timbers mean again? Does it mean my timbers are shivered? Well, I assume that's definitely what it means. But what does it mean to shiver somebody's timbers? Wow, gosh. The deep questions today, guys. It means you're shocked, right? I'm shook. Is that like a shiver me timbers, an old school way of saying I'm shook? Or I'm surprised, which is pretty much the same as shook, right? Oh my goodness. In Slovakia, we greet each other by saying a hodge. Is that how you say it, man? Hashtag the more you know. Thank you very much for the insight there into Slovakian culture. Learning so much today, man. See, man, of all sorts of random education. David Goldstein, shiver me timbers. I think it's a sex move. Well, it could be, man. It could be. Definitely see how that could be taken in an alternative context. See, should I do Road to Labyrinth Act 4 or Master Difficulty? You should do Master Difficulty first, and then Act 4 completion. And don't worry about Road to Labyrinth until you need to do Labyrinth of Legends, because it's very, very difficult and not very rewarding. So after you've done Monthly Master, Act 4, you want to focus on trying to get the Collector down. I think, yeah, Act 4 completion is probably about the same difficulty as Monthly Master. Maybe a little bit easier, actually. Not too bad. I'm going to do, I think, a 3-star Master Mode completion run tonight for a little bit of fun. Because there seems to be... This month is very, very divisive in terms of the monthly event. Because there are... I've been reading the forum post. I think I kind of understand the problem in Darkhawk for a lot of people is that because he's got some shiny new animations, it seems like they really haven't optimized the fight for the majority of devices. So a lot of people are having a very tough time going into that fight when they can't immediately bait the special 2 because the game has lagged on some older devices. So yeah, I see some people have definitely been having a bit of a nightmare this month for that. Which I can definitely understand as well. Exclamation of surprise. There we go. So we're you know about on track there. Do I Smash Bros? I have never... Well, I did the Smash my girlfriend instead. No, sorry, I couldn't resist that one. Anyway, sorry, back to the point about the beloved Nintendo game. I have not played Smash Bros in a very, very long time, but I would very much like to play the new one, because it looks quite good. But yeah, I am very off the radar when it comes to Smash Bros. Any idea when the dungeons are back? I don't know. Have they confirmed that they're going to return this month? I don't know if they have. Hopefully they're going to be back next week. Would be good. I think they've actually finally made the dungeons worth your time. So I actually quite like the dungeons now. They're pretty straightforward to do. If you've got some good stacked champions, and you really only need 3 characters once every 3 days that are decent. So yeah, I skipped a lot of the, well, all of the dungeons apart from the most recent one. Right, let's go. Come on. Oh, mate, we've been parried. He can go straight into us. See a man of filth. Wow, what did you come here expecting, Katie Candy? That's pretty much it. Oh no, we've been stunned as well. Oh mate. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, I got ruined there, boys. I got absolutely ruined. Oh, alright, okay. The heating's far too hot in here, boys. I'm boiling, I'm sweating. Alright, let me just quickly turn it off. There we go. Sorted. We're not going to overheat now, so that's a great time. Oh, I can't believe how wrecked we got there, man. That was so bad. Can I review the quality quad crystal? I did yesterday, man. Check out my 4-year anniversary rant for all of the wonderful insight onto into my thoughts on that fantastic crystal. Right, let's go ahead and move forward a little bit here. Bring in Yondu, get the streak up just a little bit more there. Thank you for all the rips in chat, boys. We got ruined there. We got absolutely destroyed. So, you know, it happens to the best of us. Certainly when these fun champions like MODOK turn up in arena. I've noticed that Seatin has screamed and raged a lot less this year. Thoughts? I think he's less of a troubled man than he was previously. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I think I'm just a little bit more composed now. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of look back on a lot of my older videos and I'm like, well, you know, maybe it's a bit of a... I just don't think I have as much of an emotional reaction to stuff as I did before. Bit more composed. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's not a good thing. Who knows, man? Who knows? Seatin out of Yellow Jacket can take level 3s. Well, I thought he could, mate. I didn't predict that we were going to get stunned. The stun was, I think it's a rare debuff off the special 3 from MODOK. So yeah, I'm just not entirely sure what happened there, or if that was associated with the parry. I don't think it was the parry, but we just got ruined at the end of the day, man. Have a girlfriend now, that's right. A lot less pent-up stress there. So, you know, there's also that to you know, potentially factor into any fun equations that you might be whipping up. Right, Emma Frost, let's go. Oh, nasty, mate. I love it. When am I going to start my new channel about the rap game? My video about Eminem and MGK was awesome. Well, at some point in the future, man, when the well of revenue and fun times from Marvel Contest of Champions dries up, then obviously the next logical step in my career is to start commentating on the rap games. So definitely keep an eye out for that at some point in the future. So keep an eye out for that one, boys. What am I doing for a living, Seatin? So I actually gamble professionally on a mobile video game in my parents' garden. So yeah, it's going pretty well for me, in all fairness. Who do awaken? 5-star Blade or 5-star Starknart Spider-Man? Well, Blade, you've got the regeneration. And Starknart Spider-Man, you've got significantly more crits. So there's quite a big damage boost there. So there's arguments for both, depending on, you know, what you're trying to do with the characters. But both, I would say, having awakened Starknaut Spider-Man within the last 6 months are very, very worth it. But the regeneration can be very, very useful from Blade as well. So it depends on what you're trying to focus on at the moment. My video is evidence that MGK ever existed. I'm sure MGK is significantly more successful than myself, but it doesn't stop him from being a little bit of a tool with the way that he handled the situation between himself and Eminem. But I really enjoy rap music. I'm loving Token at the moment, man. I hope Token has a massive blow up. Kind of warming up to Dax as well a little bit. Dax and Crypt to a certain extent. I actually really enjoyed the KSI diss track that they did with Deji and Deji's cameraman. I've forgotten his name, but that was quite good, man. That was quite good. Like, they've definitely got some interesting bars and flows. So don't mind him, man. Storm Best Champion confirmed. You know, she can strike a few lightning bolts down. Grind like you've never ground before. Just don't die of utter boredom. That's pretty much it, mate. We gotta make hay while the sun is shining and there's 20% golden Battlechip boosters on. It needs to be done, mate. It needs to be done. So it is what it is, mate. A very, very fun and interactive, incredibly boring, repetitive grind. But that's what Arena has always been. So yeah. We're now planning on the next Alliance War defense tier list at some point this month. I don't know. Soon, my friends. Soon. How do I keep my glasses from getting dirty and smudged? Drives me crazy. Mate, I have the exact same problem as well, Derek. My glasses get absolutely filthy. I have to clean them like twice a day, mate. It's well annoying. It is very, very annoying. I kind of just run them under a hot tap downstairs. Use a bit of cloth to sort them out. But yeah, mate, trust me, I have the struggle as well. I really want to get laser eye surgery, but I'm worried that people won't recognize me without my glasses. And also, I can't get it because my eyesight is apparently still deteriorating, and I can't, you know, it's on a bit of a downward slope. And they can't give you laser eye surgery until it's stopped, which apparently, for the majority of males, occurs in kind of their mid-20s. So, you know, I need it to get worse before it can get better, essentially speaking. Fun times. So if you're one of those kids or teenagers out there and you've always had like really terrible eyesight, then it's good news for you, because if you've always had really terrible eyesight, then it's probably not going to get worse. And it means you can get laser eye surgery earlier. My boy Ryan, man, used to wear glasses as a kid. Now, he's the one laughing because he's got laser eye surgery and he doesn't have to wear them anymore. Show us your face without glasses then. I don't know, I feel like you guys have become so accustomed that you won't recognize me without glasses, Gan. Use a revive on my eyes. I don't know, I never record videos with my glasses on, but this is what I look like, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm not wearing glasses, which was the majority of my life. I didn't get glasses very late. I think I was about... Was I 19, 20? I think I was about 20 when I first got glasses, man. And I didn't realize how blind I was until I went to the opticians. And they were like, son, you blind as fuck, mate. And I was like, this explains so much. I have no idea how I passed my driving test, because I can't, like, everything kind of over an arm's length starts to blur out a little bit. So we've got that, man. We got that. Just happens. Don't change my look. I need some fake glasses as well. See, I don't mind glasses when I'm working or playing video games. The problem is when I'm trying to get on, you know, a mad session, mate, when, you know, I'm at like Coachella or some sort of rave or on a night out drinking, glasses are a bloody inconvenience, you know? So I'm not a huge fan. not a huge fan of the inconvenience there. Yeah, you'll be alright. Thank you very much, John, for the vote of confidence there. Bring Seatin back, scroll. Oh, thanks, Legolator. Oh, appreciate it, man. Put the glasses back on. Oh, guys, you instill me with all sorts of confidence that I'm deep down a beautiful man. It just happens, man. Playing too many video games. How did I... You know what? Neo, this is a funny story, man. I actually didn't read the license plate. I kind of guessed it. And somehow they accepted it during my driving test. So I totally fluked the driving test. British government, if you're watching, I passed it completely legitimately. But to all of the lads in chat right now, it was a total fluke. I have no idea how I actually got a driving license, but I've had one for a while now. About... is it coming up 5.5 years? So it's a good time, man. Who is the other guy? Some dickhead, mate. Don't worry about him. Best part of eye correction surgery is being able to wear sunglasses. I've got prescription sunglasses, but they make me look like a bit of a dick. So I'm not a huge fan of them, personally. You know, it is what it is, boys. It is what it is. Okay, let's go Starking on Spider-Man here. Let's get a bit of Rocket in the mix as well. I just want to do one more matchup before we go back, because I'm worried I entered it a bit too early. Iron Fist as well. Okay, 3 absolute banging champions. Oh, okay, Spider-Man's probably going to be a little bit annoying, so let's go for Spider-Man versus Spider-Man there. So we're alright, man. What are the odds of getting Thanos? Very, very low, Matthew Gold, I would imagine, when it comes to the wonderful gifting crystals. It's probably... they're going to have to publish the drop rates this year, aren't they? Yeah, because they'll be for sale for units. So we'll know the drop rates for Thanos and Kang this year. Because last year they didn't have to publish the drop rates. We didn't get drop rates revealed until March. So this year we're going to have those wonderful drop rates as well. So we'll have to see what's up. Drinking and wearing sunglasses. I mean, it's always a great time at a good festival. Them glasses make you look like I want to ask you about a tech product in front of a Best Buy employee. For like too many people, man. They're, you know, everybody and their mum has these thick black frames right now. So I don't know. I'd enjoy my eyesight back. That'd be great. And also swimming pools. There's definitely a disadvantage of having glasses, because whenever you go into a swimming pool, it's like I can't see shit. Like, I'm like, everything's a blur around me. This isn't a great time. So yeah, you just feel a little bit like, oh, what's going on? Eyesight is great, ladies and gentlemen, so don't spend your teenage years playing World of Warcraft for 14 hours a day, because that will fuck a man up. So just, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, boys. Mobile phones are probably equally as bad, if not worse, because they're probably a bit closer. But, you know, sometimes you've got to sacrifice your God-given eyesight to get a 6-star Deadpool X-Force. It needs to be done sometimes. My face got accustomed to the glasses probably as well. Next time I go drive over Croatia, give me a call so that I can stay off the road. I never like to drive in foreign countries, man. I'm not a huge fan of it. Even though I don't imagine it'd be too difficult, but I don't know. I've never wanted to try. Just generally speaking as well, because whenever I go abroad, I'm like, you know, any opportunity where alcohol arises, like, you know, going out to dinner, I'm like, oh, I'll have 5. I'll have five alcohol, please. Give me all of it. So yeah, Uber is a godsend for myself whenever I'm abroad, man. Uber and good connections as well, because I've had some absolute top lads sort me out some lifts in various places, man. It's been really good. It's the perks of being, you know, everybody's slightly, oh, he's alright YouTuber that maybe helped me out that one time on an event, and I guess I might be able to do him a favour. So that's okay. We'll go for it. Right, let's use this. Probably spend over half my day on MCOC, and I'm not 18 yet, so I'm screwed. Oh, you might be, my friend. You might be, but you know, some girls have commented that I look much better in glasses. Some have said that I don't look better in glasses. So yeah, I don't know. You know what? I actually don't know what my current girlfriend thinks about my glasses. How do I not know this? Oh man, I need to ask her tonight if she prefers the glasses or not. I don't really think she gives a shit. She thinks I'm a little bit cute, but, you know, obviously, under that circumstance, I think she needs glasses as well. But for some reason, she actually likes me, which I'm incredibly grateful for. Because we have an expression in Britain called punching, and that's definitely what I'm doing at the moment, man. Far too good for me. Let's go! Oh, just about, boys. 5 alcohols in Rome, that'd be about €5. That doesn't sound too bad, in all fairness, man. 1 alcohol's in London, that would be about €15. So you've got that going for you. How else is a man going to pull a worldie without investing hours putting 99 signature levels into his Spider-Gwen to impress them? Like, you know, if you haven't put in the time, it's just, you know, it's difficult. But if you've got a signature level 99 Spider-Gwen, she's going to know that you are not only committed, a man of commitment, you're ready to grind it out, but also that you've had an exponential amount of practice when it comes to incredibly fast reacting finger reflexes, which amongst the community of females out there is obviously a very desirable trait, which you know, any savvy gentleman is perfectly aware of. So, you know, that level 99 Spider-Gwen, it's just it's a symbol really of a lot of stuff that women look for in a man when it comes to this current day and age, really, boys. In America we call it reaching. Reaching. I kind of prefer punching as well, but I can definitely see reaching. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Whaler. You little charmer there. Whoa, I know. Obviously, I was talking about, you know, going in debt. Well, obviously, only a filthy mind would misinterpret the very obvious statement that I was trying to make about, you know, having good finger reflexes is great for a variety of, you know, household chores like the washing up. Very good in the kitchen as well, because it allows you to do all sorts of wonderful cooking stuff. Wonderful cooking stuff. That's it. Wonderful cooking stuff, boys. So yeah, you know, that's the reason why. It is obviously nothing to do with anything that might occur after 9:30 on a school night. Exactly, you know, top level tactics there, Adam. Playing the piano as well, yeah. Women love to be serenaded by some piano classics. It's a well-known fact. You play the piano, you know, girls, they'll come and be like, oh, this man talent? He's got some talent, and I like talent. Great times. And then you sorted. Wife for life. Cooking up some good cuisine, that's it, man. That's it. Right. Come on, Omega Red. You've got this, mate. Oh, can we slap on the degeneration there? There we go, boys. Rip. Oh, Vayan. What an absolute charmer, mate. Thank you very much. Is Seatin going to be Santa Christmas with huge giveaways for the fans? I was thinking about doing some competitions, but unfortunately, my current financial state is making videos in my parents' garden, and next year I do need to afford a mortgage. So as much as I would love to be Santa this Christmas, I can't afford to give all of my 160,000 subscribers something of good value, apart from, you know, the incredibly standard quality of mediocre entertainment that we dish out on a daily basis on this YouTube channel. So, you know, you can have all of that all Christmas, you absolute lucky ducks. Worworm says, I actually play the piano before every boss fight to get the fingers warmed up. Works amazing. Ah, that's certainly good to know, man. See how, you know, those skills would be somewhat transferable there. Hey, seeing Kabam really missed an opportunity with this 4-year anniversary. Can you imagine if they ran a Fantastic Four event during the celebration? Where would have been Beach? Kabam marketing is great. I think, what was it? During the 4-year anniversary stuff, they used the opportunity to tease the Fantastic Four for next year. But this month, the whales are going to get milked when it comes to the gifting event anyway, man. Definitely, because there are 5-star Awakening Gems on the line. There's that 5-star Thanos, and there's probably going to be some stuff on Christmas Day as well. So I think they've probably kind of scoured the month and seen that they've got plenty of opportunities to generate kind of huge amounts of finance from players that want to spend on Marvel Contest of Champions. So yeah, I imagine they're probably saving that, but you know, we got teased for Fantastic Four. They're coming next year. I think kind of the bigger plan is to incorporate them into a multitude of events and stories. So I think for the most part, when it comes to milking the whales and generating finance, Kabam certainly do know what they're doing. Loving the Gimped Gold Realms on the live stream. Thank you very much for the super chat, Media Madness. Certainly glad you've been enjoying it today. When did the new gifting crystals drop? I would imagine it's going to be a on Monday, probably, but I don't know the exact day. They actually might drop midweek, but there's been no news on them so far. So I think it's going to be a bit of a surprise ambush. I'm kind of predicting that today we're going to see Darkhawk early access, because all the content creators had Darkhawk videos yesterday, and Darkhawk was removed from their account, or is being removed today. So I'm assuming in 3 to 4 hours we're probably going to see early access to Darkhawk. So yeah, we'll see what's up there, man. But some crystal openings tonight should be a little bit fun, and hopefully you can get Darkhawk and do a rank up and gameplay video. That would also be pretty sick. Kabam gets plenty of milk in December. No need to add extra incentive. Very true, man. Ghost no synergies. What is the best strat? Parry before special? To the best of my knowledge, yes, Paul. Just to guarantee that you get it off. So yeah, I think it's parry and then like dash back and special too. But you've got to... It takes a bit of practice because you need to get used to doing it like almost at exactly the same time. There are no gifting crystals. Oh my god, I mean, that'd be a huge detriment to Kabam's bank account if there weren't any. So I don't imagine that's going to be the case. Crystal opening with the GF. I have asked the GF if she's down for maybe starring in some videos at some point, but she wants to get what was it? Just because you know, like she's never done anything like this before, so she wouldn't have. She's a little bit nervous, I think, is the best way of probably expressing it. But yeah, she's very interested in it. She also really wants to come to New York Comic Con next year as well, so might have a bit of fun there. Get a bit of a squad together. How good is Domino without the Massacre synergy? Still really, really good, but the Massacre synergy hands is going to help you a tremendous amount. So Massacre, he does come into the arena as well this Thursday, so it's a very good idea if you can to pick up at least a, well, ideally a 4-star version of the character, but even if you got a 3-star, man, can still benefit from the synergy there. AC, and I became uncollected yesterday with 11 months of play. Is it a good time or am I late? It's not bad, man. It's not bad at all. Like, again, you can play the game at whatever pace you would like to. So just stick to your own pace, and if you're kind of happy with how you're progressing, absolute fair play to you, mate. You've just got to figure out how to smash out those uncollected events 100% now. So yeah, not too bad, man. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do a drunk live stream with her at some point, because I think we can have a lot of fun, because she, you know, I feel like what you're absolutely going to love is that we roast each other, like, all of the time, but she's a lot more savage at roasting me than I'm at her. So yeah, on a live stream, man, she'd just be absolutely ripping into me 24/7. So I think that could be quite fun for everybody to watch. Just me being taken down a few pegs constantly. So might be a good time, boys. Might be a good time. Planning on, well, you know, we've been together for almost, what is it, 8 months now? Tremendously happy, man. Like, we've got so much already planned for kind of the new year. So yeah, it's going incredibly well at the moment, man. I'm very, very chuffed. What I think about Crystal opening whales, massive CR openings. I imagine he must be a rich man to be able to do that. I mean, you're certainly not wrong. Yeah, it's just, you know, going all in, just opening till he gets everything. That's pretty much it. Fair play, man. If he's got the money, like, you know. It is one of those things in the world that there are a lot of people that do make just an absolutely ludicrous amount of money. It's not just a very small amount. You know, there's just so many people out there that do make millions and millions every single year, and some of those people love to spend a bit of money on virtual Marvel characters. So, you know, he's definitely paying a few salaries over there at Kabam. It's all right. You know, at the end of the day, I'd rather that the rich, for my own personal interest, that the people out there making millions and millions every single year were spending their money on video games rather than golf. So that's a perspective that I choose to take, because I don't really care about golf too much, man. It's all right, but golf is just another, you know, hobby, luxury form of entertainment where people like plow just tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But at least if the CEOs of this world are spending money on video games, then it means we can get more video games and more content, and the market is more profitable, and that we don't have to play golf. So there's, I don't know, maybe that perspective, which is a slightly alternate one to adopt, but it's the one that I choose to adopt as well whenever talking about free-to-play stuff. Demon Summer says, can I marry your girlfriend? Well, certainly not, my friend. It's going to be a definite no from me. But you can try and get your own partner of your choosing. You know, I appreciate the politeness in asking. It's very, very kind of you. What I think about Killmonger, I think Killmonger is tremendously useful. His True Strike is really valuable there. Damage is alright. Indestructible can come in handy quite a bit of the time. How hard would it be for me to stream in 1080 or 1440? I don't think my internet's powerful enough at the moment, because my upload's not as good as my download is. So yeah, I need that to be a little bit better, because sometimes, even when kind of streaming on the settings that I'm at the moment, it does go a little bit orange. So I don't know, man. It does occasionally struggle. What is this? This is a really naive question, which because I've heard. What is ambient, Timothy Rosa? This is such a naive question, because I feel like I should know, but I don't know. But I want to find out the answer to it, man. So I'm gonna risk looking stupid for the pursuit of knowledge here. May I kidnap your girlfriend? That's gonna be a no from me. How much do I think Massacre will go for an arena? I think anything over 4 million is safe, but I think anything over 3 and a bit million should be good as well, because I don't think he's going to be as high as Domino, but he's still quite a valuable character to have. What's that? Somebody built Realm Legends Wolverine with a 565 Kamala. Bro, that's Sweden, man. Me and Sweden, we're in this group online, and I just give him all these like really like impossible challenges to do. And I love. We were joking about so much last month about Kamala Khan, and I am so happy that he went full balls and actually took her to 565. Because Sweden's a sick player, man. He's definitely one of the biggest. Ambien is a sleep pill. Ah, okay. No, thank you very much for enlightening me on that one. What's the connection between golf and Ambient? Sorry if, again, I sound incredibly naive there. Right, let's go for the finishing combo here. Ah, that's got to be it, Paul. What's up, Legend? Any news, any interesting stuff coming up like last year? Not really yet, man. We've still got the Chilled Realms, whatever those are going to be, which I think are going to drop either this Wednesday or next Wednesday. I believe next Wednesday, to the best of my knowledge. Does Masker need to be awakened? He doesn't, but it helps him ignite his bat, which is very useful if he is awakened. So it's a very nice awakened ability to have, but not essential. I'll both put you to sleep, Golf and Ambient. See, I understand now, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm not very up to date on Ambient or golf references there, so I do apologise for being the absolute loser who didn't get the joke. So I understand. Sorry, like, I feel like such a dork. The 17th. Is it going to be next Monday? And was it confirmed anywhere specific that they were going to start on the 17th, Timothy? Just so I can find the source. Any tips for Realm of Legends? We do have on the channel a Realm of Legends Guide 2018, my friend. So have a look at that. That's got all the tips and tricks and best champions there. Who do I rank up? Starknaut, Spider-Man, or Iron Man Infinity War? Definitely Stark out of those two. Starknaut, Spider-Man is the one to go for. But Iron Man Infinity War, he's also good to have a reasonably high rank as well, just because he has a lot of utility and stuff he can do. He's a massive Swiss Army knife of being able to do some fairly decent stuff. So a reason I don't request heal help, well, help on the cooldowns is because I don't plan on grinding this arena back-to-back, so I have no reason to, clog the request feed for avid grinders in Omni who do wish to grind back-to-back. Other 5-star ghost, should I go for the Quantum Trinity? If you are a very, very good ghost player and you do enjoy, then yes, I would consider going for that, because Panaman Pete's full Quantum Trinity, mate, he absolutely loves it, but yeah, you need to be a very, very good ghost player to pull it off, because she's definitely the strongest one. Stark or Dominator rank 5. I think Stark he's still so staple that he's a really just insane rank 5 option. So if I had to choose between one, it would be Stark for rank 5. Plus he also has the thing that Starknaut Spider-Man's probably never going to be a 6-star character, whereas Domino, you could pull a Domino and then get her as a 6-star rank 2, which would be better than the 5-star rank 5. So I'd go for Stark over Dominator rank 5. Stark's too good, man. He's too good for so much stuff. Oh, okay. I'm very lucky that didn't reflect. I'm not too sure why it didn't reflect, though. But I'm fortunate for it nonetheless. I don't think I've played Daredevil versus BPCW in quite some time. I don't know if the stun reflects, but let's throw that. Sort out, boys. Help on the cooldowns also lags the living shiz out of your game. It can be a little bit weird at some points, man. But yeah, there's no need to like request help unless your like alliance members really need loyalty for the average alliance, unless you literally want to grind arena back to back, which I am not fussed at all about doing. Any recommendations? My first uncollected event quest. You got to play well, my friend, and just be prepared for the fights ahead. Look into some of the difficult stuff. What should I do if you get Jane Foster? Any silver linings? I mean, she's got alright damage in the stun when awakened. But unawakened, she's a very underwhelming character. So, if you got a 6-star one man, not too much of a silver lining there. she's just definitely a character that's been a little bit left in the past. If I get 5-star Darkhawk, will I take him up to rank 5? It depends how good the 5-star one turns out to be. Maybe? Don't know, we'll have to see. He doesn't look too bad, man. Looks like he's got some cool stuff he can do. Not overly fussed to the rank 5. I'm probably going to end up, just for the Alliance, and also, like, it's a decision that works well for the Alliance and also good for my roster. I'm probably going to have to rank 5 Medusa on the main account. So, I'm not too sad about that, man. Medusa is a really, really great character, so... But then I want to, on the free-to-play account, if I'm taking Medusa to rank 5 on the main one, then on Christmas Day, hopefully we get the rank down tickets, and then on the free-to-play, I'm going to rank down Medusa and then rank up Venom to rank 5. So, a bit of an interesting switch up there. But I want, ideally, Carnage and Venom at rank 5 on the free-to-play, man. That would be absolutely banging. Just have a bit of fun with some of my favourite symbiotes there. What's my device? I play on the iPhone XS Max, man. Pretty much the big old blubbery whale device. But it runs Marvel Contest of Champions like an absolute dream, my friend. It's so fun. Is Gwenpool still useful with the new skill champions? Yeah, she's still useful, man. Nothing has changed about Gwenpool. She's still a very, very good character for a lot of stuff. And if you get her early on, man, absolute banger. But there are definitely a lot of champions that do contend with the skill rank up materials. Oh my gosh, is Hobbit emptying his hole on my live stream? Thank you very much to the wonderful Hobbit Chrome for the shout out, man. Certainly do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. Do I think Kabam will give us rank down tickets? I hope so on Christmas Day again, man. It was a very, very nice surprise of last year. But they've managed to suck all of the joy out of the anniversary event this year. So I have limited expectations of Christmas Day. But we'll see what happens. What's my timeline on a new free-to-play account? I want to wait for Act 6 first and see what I can get done on Act 6 in the free-to-play. So yeah, I'm not really too sure about the next free-to-play account and kind of my timeline for it. I'm kind of waiting for a month that is like so insane. Like I'm looking for like the next Gwenpool goes to the movies so that I can do like a really interesting challenge during that month. Will I ever give Red Skull another chance? I might rank up the 5-star one. I'd love. I'd be interested to see him awakened. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't really see too much potential with a 4-star version. I am open to being convinced otherwise, though. What is like, what are some uses? What's some cool stuff about Red Skull, man? Tell me why I should give Red Skull another chance. Why? What I've missed about the character? Like, I'm just curious to know. I know they fixed some of the animation bugs for connecting the Special 2, which is definitely a very annoying part of playing him previously. So yeah, I don't know. I think just Red Skull, in a year of very, very good champions, having such a disappointing one that didn't really do much for such a kind of premium Marvel character was just a bit lame, mate. But I'm interested to know if there is anything legitimately that I've missed about Red Skull in terms of cool uses and stuff that he can do. Does Ghost only crit on one hit from the Special 2? No, if you time it right, she'll crit on all of the hits from the Special 2. But you've got to dash back and Special 2 at exactly the same time. So you've got to use your right hand to dash back, throw the back, and then your left to throw the Special 2 at exactly the same time, which can be a little bit tricky to get used to first. Flash Scarlet Speedster says, "Hi Seatin, what's the reason you started to shoot these videos on YouTube?" Well, it was motivated by me becoming unemployed and wanting to make a business where I could play video games all day, every day. So that was one of the main reasons there. For a long time I wanted to be a community manager for video games, but then I realized that if I were to become a community manager, I would often be just spouting out a lot of bullshit. I wouldn't be able to kind of speak my free opinion. I'd be the kind of like PR person for a video game office and not be able to like tell it like it is. So I thought, you know, I kind of wanted a place in the video game industry where I had my own platform where I could just kind of say to a certain extent whatever I wanted and do whatever I wanted and have a little bit of fun and not be constrained by trying to represent a corporation. So that's kind of what motivated me to become a YouTuber. But I did try and fail a very, very long time ago, and then work in digital marketing, and then came back with a fresh set of knowledge and managed to seemingly do quite well in the last couple of years that we've been playing Marvel Contest of Champions. But, you know, it's no secret, boys. I do this for a living, man. Yeah, definitely building a business, trying to build a very good future for myself, and hopefully one day, maybe a future family, if things go according to plan. But, you know, we'll see what's up, man. We'll see what's up. I was wrecked by Awakened Korg in Alliance War mini-boss Stun Immune. Stun Immune isn't a great placement for Korg, is it? Any tips on champion selections or playstyle? You just got to bait out the heavy attacks, really, and learn how to evade the special. So the special one could be a bit tricky when it comes to Korg, but I like to look at his foot for timing. But I think very shortly I'd like to do a video on how to fight Korg, because I'm getting quite good at it, actually. But if you have a look at Hyperion... type into YouTube 5-star Hyperion versus, or actually just Hyperion versus like Buffet Korg, and you can see one of my videos from variant difficulty. Alright, there we go. Just about, boys. How many units are the Champions Clash rewards worth? Quite a lot, man. If it was an offer, it would be a pretty good offer for $100 for the majority of spenders. So it's kind of up to you, man. But also you can, you know, heavily mitigate the unit costs by being very clever about your team building and matchups and figuring it out. But it depends, man. Those rewards are very, very valuable. There's some very high tier stuff on offer. But the Champions Clash was just a lot about doing your homework, kind of practicing and figuring it out. But we've got some good guide that we did on the first day on the channel, if it's of any use to you. I think Korg is one of those champions, much like a lot of the champions, that isn't hard to fight when you know how, but going in blind to Korg is an absolute bloodbath. Like, you can get so easily wrecked if you don't know how to play around his abilities. So it's one of those things, man, and there are a lot of characters like that in Marvel Contest of Champions, much like Infinity War Iron Man as well. Absolute bloodbath if you don't know the abilities. So in this game, knowledge is definitely power. Do you think that we're ever going to get the Fantastic Four or only the Silver Surfer? Well, I imagine after that teaser, my friend, we're going to get a lot of characters associated with the Fantastic Four universe, so keep an eye out, my friend. Keep an eye out. And maybe with some of them starting in January. We'll either do some funny videos again, maybe at some point. Have a good creative wave of inspiration for those. But yeah, I do enjoy making a good little goof now and again. Would I maybe someday take Ghost Rider to rank 5? I don't really have a huge reason to take my Ghost Rider to rank 5 at the moment. What's that? Art of Chaos says, if he's not on Stun Immune, Proxima is fantastic. I imagine he, Proxima would be quite good, because you can always parry him, right? And he won't shrug off. Yeah. Didn't actually consider that one too much, but really, really cool suggestion there. Yeah, definitely, man. Like, if the first time you fight him is an Alliance War and he's got some additional nodes, it is gonna suck, boys. It is not gonna be a good time at all. Which school did I go to when I was younger? I went to Collingwood College, which sounds very prestigious, but in reality, it was a little bit of a shithole. So, it was alright, man. Like, I had a good time. didn't really pay too much attention. Was far too busy playing World of Warcraft. And then toward the end of school, just excessively drinking and partying all the time. So kind of a mix of that. Did terrible in school. I was absolutely awful. I'm a terrible example to follow. Any plans for more merch? Oh no, the merch did incredibly well in the first run. I just need to kind of pull a finger out and get some more merchandise sorted. So yeah, I was really, really happy with its first run. I do want to substantially, what is it? I'm looking at ways to make, because I don't like having to, because one of the problems with my first round of merch is it was very, very expensive, because I used a kind of UK-based supplier for people that were in the US, which was pretty much the majority of people buying the merchandise. So I kind of felt like a little bit bad that the shipping was like so much, so I need to look into a bit more of an effective merchandise solution that can cater to, you know, all sorts of parts of the world. But, you know, that's really just a case of me sitting down and doing my homework for a little bit, which I need to find some time for. Because people have been asking for all sorts of wonderful stuff, which I'd love to get. And I'm sure my graphic designer would certainly appreciate a bit more work as well. Right, let's go. Come on, Phoenix. Yo, what is up, Sweeter? Dude, hope you're doing well, man. So you've been having oodles of fun with that 5-star maxed out Kamala Khan. Is it better to force your way through 100% LoL or work on Varian? My LoL champions are Domino and Blade, but I don't have the answer for some of the more BS fights. I think Varian offers a higher tier of reward than Labyrinth, because doing Variant 100%, that gives you, you know, doing LoL 100%, you don't get any rank 5 characters, you know, you don't get any tier 5 basic, but doing Variant 100%, you get a gem for one character, and also pretty much like half in terms of the tier 5 basic to take up another character. So it's kind of like a rank 5.5 for doing Variant, plus like a few other bits and bobs sprinkled on top there. So Variant is very nice to do, man, and also a lot of 2015 rank up gems, which can be quite valuable for increasing your roster of rank 4 champions as well. So yeah, Variant is can be a little bit of a pain, man, but I'd go for Variant over 100% Labyrinth of Legends for the majority of the people. Any gifting events coming sometime soon? I imagine there is going to be a gifting event landing sometime within the next 7 days. Do I eat cackle fruit for breakfast? I don't know if I'm walking into a bit of a trap here, but I don't eat cackle fruit for breakfast. I eat toast or bacon, or sometimes Rice Krispies. I do enjoy some good Rice Krispies. So, you know, whatever I'm feeling. Don't mind a good sausage occasionally as well. Big fan of sausages. Bit of sausage and bacon. Oh, it's a great time, boys. And if we're feeling, you know, tremendously hungry, if we've got a lot of alcoholic substances internalized to soak up, then I will look at having a full kind of English fry-up. Well, not full. I don't like certain aspects of the full English. Like, I'm not too fussed about the black pudding. Like, oh gosh, not a fan at all. All the, you know, I've never been a fan of eggs, man. Just not a huge fan of eggs. But I enjoy lots of sausage, lots of bacon, a good bit of toast with some hot melted butter on, and some beans on top of that toast. So that's my kind of, you know, hangover recovery kit there. Soaks up all the alcohol. It's a great time, boys. Urban says, I finally got 6-pack abs. Well, congratulations. All you need to do is continue to sacrifice good food, social events, drinking, poor life decisions, and continually hit the gym to maintain those. Best of luck, my friend. Best of luck on your pursuits. Gosh, I knew some of you absolutely filthy-minded individuals would, of course, take that one out of context there. Crumpets. I don't mind the occasional crumpet. I'm not the biggest crumpet eater in the world, but I will enjoy the occasional one, though. Cheers from France. Should I rank 5 a Awakened Blade or rank 5 Corvus? For Blade, I need to wait for 1 tier 2 alpha. I don't get them easy. Well, I would say it depends on what you're trying to do next and your Alliance War path and kind of your obligations at the moment, because Corvus can be very, very valuable if you're in like a progressing mid-tier alliance for Alliance War, because he's so crazy for a lot of that stuff. But also the Blade is a great character, man. Still really, really useful for so much, you know, different things in Marvel Contest of Champions. So yeah, I'd kind of weigh up what you're going to use both of the characters for when they're fully pimped out, and think about which one's going to be more useful to you and what you're trying to do and achieve in the near future of Marvel Contest of Champions. Right, let's swap these two around. There we go, class advantage all the time. Or could Bam leave the mastery change free? I wouldn't imagine so. I would like it if they did though, man. It'd be really, really good. But I totally agree with you on having like multiple mastery specs. That's kind of one of the biggest things that I think I've been banging on about for the last 2 years, man. It'd be so sick if you could have multiple mastery builds that you unlocked or spent units on. You know, they'd be a great way to generate a lot of cash for Kabam if they were a unit unlock. So yeah, definitely something that I'd love to see there. Oh man, perfect parry there. Sorted, boys. Do I watch people just do nothing? I think I did one time. It's quite good. I like the style of comedy and humor in it. It's very fun, man. Very fun. But I can't say that I'm the biggest devout follower of the show. I think I've watched a few episodes. Man, this Dormammu just does not want to play. just does not want to play very nice. There we go. Ultimate Quake player, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe not. I am a scrub. Oh, it's all good, Jack. I hope you feel a little bit better soon, man. Should I rank up Infinity War, Iron Man, or Hela for Act 4? I mean, they're both good options, man. Whichever one you prefer the most for Act 4. Doesn't really matter. They'll both get the job done. If we get rank down ticket, what would you say about ranking down rank 5 Quake and then ranking up Symbiote Supreme to rank 5? I don't think there's much of a need at the moment for Symbiote Supreme at rank 5. But if you really enjoy the character, then you can go for it. I would say kind of a fairly similar thing about Quake as well. So yeah, a bit of personal preference there, really, my friend. You know, if you're not enjoying the Quake too much, or not really playing her too often, then it might be a good trade-off. And Symbiote Supreme, I don't know, might have some pretty crazy matchups in the future. But Quake is also one of those characters that very often has a good level of value for a lot of stuff. Right, let's get this Captain Marvel down. Sorted, boys. Oh yeah, Mark, definitely. One of those tedious things is just switching the mastery setups, man. It takes so long to like punch everything through. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass. Right, I don't know if we're going to be able to get him down. Special one. That was a bit ambitious there. Maybe with a crit we would have got it. That was alright. Loving her, but she's stuck on defense. I imagine the rank 5 probably slips some people up with those incredibly fun stuns there. Yeah, it's kind of up to you at the end of the day, man. There's definitely arguments for both characters, but I'd probably keep the Quake up there if I'm honest. Just because Symbiote Supreme, I just don't really see like any need to awaken my one or take him above rank 4, because he kind of does everything that he needs to at that 5-star rank 4 level, at least for me. But I wouldn't mind, what is it? If I got a 6-star version, I'd debate on taking him up to rank 2, but that's still like a while before he's even going to be in the basic pool. Oh, Bilal, we're going for it today, mate. We've been grinding for, what is it, 1 hour and 40 minutes now. So we can actually open a few arena crystals. Let's go for it, man. Woo. Any comment in Marvel Strike Force? I think the game's just done, mate. Like, I'm just not very interested. It's a little bit stale, a little bit boring, just stat grinder, not really much room for skill. So yeah, I'm just honestly not that bothered moving forward. Right, okay, let's go 5 arena crystals, and we're getting, ooh, okay, that was alright, man. Nothing overly special there. A few units though, bit of gold, 100k gold. It's alright, boys. Is Unchute Taskmaster good? Not really. He's alright. Better than some of the other characters, but ideally you want Taskmaster Awakened and at a high signature level in order to get the good concussion damage and ability accuracy reduction. So yeah, not a huge use for the character on Awakened. I'm almost done exploring 5.4. Would you recommend me taking Medusa to rank 4 to 100% Ultron, or just use rank 5 5-star Blade? I think the rank 5 5-star Blade, man, is probably going to get the job done. I used a... I think I used a rank 4 unawakened Medusa to get the final Ultron done, so even... He's not, like, too much of a pain in the ass, to be fair. But that Medusa... Like, Medusa's a useful champion, especially when it comes to variant. Having her at rank 4 can be useful as well. So, you know, if you feel like you're going to use Medusa quite a bit in the future, she's not the worst rank 4 by any stretch. But that Blade can probably get the job done. No sweat, mate. Just make sure that you kind of fight him stun immune. Just don't go for any parries. And you'll be having a great time. Right. Just about, man. Which crystal is better for gold, arena or uncollected arena crystals? Well, the only difference really is that the uncollected ones have the chance to give you the 5-star Punisher and a much higher chance of the 4-star one. And if you get a duplicate of the 4-star one, that's also like a big additional stack of gold there because you can sell the ISO. So you just might as well really go for the uncollected ones in all fairness. So if you ever get the 5-star Punisher, that's going to be a pretty good time as well. The uncollected ones are just like, when you win, you get lucky, you win a lot more. So, might as well just go for the uncollected. When does Act 6 come out? Sometime next year. Don't know exactly, but we'll have to see, my friend. Is Taskmaster good for Alliance War Defense? Not really. He's better than some of the other characters. He's alright, though. Bit annoying to fight. Aegon is terrible for arena, man. This character isn't really bringing much to the table at all. But I think this should do it. Yeah, just about. Oh, thank you very much, Adrian. Should I rank up Iceman or Hyperion? Both 5-star unduped. Iceman for the utility, Hyperion for the damage. I'd probably go for Hyperion, though. I had to choose between one of them, man. I'm a big Hyperion fan, man. Big Hyperion fan. He is such a beast mode character. Okay, let's go for Spider-Man symbiote here. I had to stay home today. Definitely procrastinating from my homework. Love watching your videos. Oh, thank you very much, man. Dude, I am the worst. Oh, wow. I don't think I'm as bad as I used to be, man. But I used to be the most terrible procrastinator a few years ago. I've definitely had to like whip myself into shape a little bit more being self-employed. But I just remember, man, like previous jobs, I just like get home, just open like Reddit, 9gag, loading memes, just procrastinate the evening away. But it is what it is, my friend. Sometimes, you know, it's good to have those points throughout the day and kind of, you know, in moderation, where you can just mong out, just be a bit of a potato for a bit, just, you know, do whatever you want to do, whatever you're finding interesting or fun. Right, we'll let the bleed kill him. Perfect. Don't talk about Aegon that way. I mean, it's true, man. It's not too hype until you get a good 75-100 hits on the character, and then he starts to become a bit of a juicy lad. So we've got that going for him. See, I need help with 5.2.5. You're Bane, mate. Oh, Bane. Bane's a fun one to fight. And by fun, I mean very annoying at first, but it gets quite easier to manage once you find some good champions. You want champions that can stun, champions that can power control, champions that have long special attacks as well. Like, I find Medusa is one of my favourite characters to fight Bane with, just because her special attacks are quite lengthy in terms of their animation. But yeah, Bane's a bit of a pain, mate, but just keep on practicing on it, and eventually you'll get used to it. Aegon meme tier in Arena. Well, I don't know, man. I'm just saying Kamala Khan could probably finish that matchup faster. Right. Slapped him down. What's that? How to defeat Night Thrasher in Master Mode? Check out Colossus versus Night Thrasher, my friend, for some tips there. Just really got I don't know what the Master Mode nodes are. I'm probably going to do Freestyle Master Mode Challenge tonight, maybe. We'll see how we get on. But just bait out the heavy attacks. Try and bait out the special too as well. Kind of block preemptively when he has the special one. But yeah, check out Colossus versus Night Thrasher to see some sick fighting against Night Thrasher. Maybe try and see what you can derive from that video. How to cope with Alliance War Node 30 mini-boss, all or nothing node and every 25 seconds power drain. I think Magic is still the best option for that one. Right, Magic and I think Stark and Arts, but it really depends who's on it. I think it's either Magic or Stark the majority of the time, but I haven't run it too much recently, so I'm not entirely sure. But Magic can still zing that power up quite quick. Kamala has 2 arms, you insensitive brute. Oh my gosh, I'm the worst person there, Art of Chaos. You're right, man. Oh, thank you very much, Charlie. Aegon is great for auto pleasure and heroic quest. I can imagine so, man, once you get that combo up. He's not going to get the Fury until he gets hits. Does he, right? Need 50 on there? Or does he at least get 1 Fury at the start? Today, maybe, man. Just your most stacked champion is generally the best option for autoplay. Korg, #1. You gotta have like a fully maxed out 565 Korg. Definitely the #1 autoplay champion, man. Just imagine that Fawn's damage from all that inefficient AI playing. Just win the game, mate. The best champion to deal with Starburst node in Act 4. Gladiator Hulk is the best champion for Starburst nodes. But anybody with like big damage or big regeneration is what you want to take for those. Right, okay, we lagged a little bit there. We're alright though, boys. Rank 5, Duke Blade 4-star. Rank 3, Hawkeye or Ghost 5-star. I'd say if you're a really, really good Ghost player, Marcus, and you've kind of got a very good hang of the character, then Ghost is going to be your best option there. But Blade isn't too bad. I'd either go for Blade or the Ghost. But they both use like different class catalysts, so yeah, why not both, my friend? Why not both? But maybe the Ghost first if you're very good at playing her. But Ghost is definitely one of the hardest champions in the game to play very, very well. So don't feel bad if it takes you quite some time to get used to the character, because even I'm not a tremendously good Ghost player at the moment. But subscribe to Panaman P if you want all the Ghost tips and tricks, because he is a beast mode player. Who is better, Venom the Duck or Symbiote Supreme? It depends on the matchup, really. Symbiote Supreme is very good if you can bleed the opponent, and insanely good if you can bleed the opponent and they have buffs. Whereas Venom the Duck is pretty much good for everything, man. He can take the majority of matchups, but he does need a few fights to ramp up, get all of his buffs. Oh, Daniel, the sneak, my friend. I love it. Blade is overrated. I still feel Blade is a tremendously good character for any villains matchup. And I don't think one thing that's definitely not overrated about Blade is the potential of his regeneration throughout kind of longer maps to just keep on bouncing back from the brink of death if you're a talented player that knows how to utilize it. So I think Blade is pretty perfectly rated, but at the exact same time, there have been like a lot of champions this year that are very like, you know, not very good to fight Blade with, very anti-Blade in terms of their design as a defender. So there's also that, but he still has an insane amount of really, really good matchups in Marvel Contest of Champions. Oh, bro, I'm so hungry, man. I definitely need to, what was it, grab some food soon. So hyped for that Silver Surfer. Oh, yeah, man, Silver Surfer's going to be banging, mate. One thing that I read in the comments yesterday was somebody saying that they thought that because, you know, Night Thrasher uses his board in terms of his combat animations, so maybe Silver Surfer is going to use his board as well. That'd be really, really cool to see. Fingers crossed for that one. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end the live stream here. We've been grinding for about 110 minutes. Managed to get, you know, a nicer stack of gold there, a few units as well, so it hasn't been a bad live stream at all. Thank you very much to all the wonderful, fine people in chat that have been keeping me company for the last hour and a bit, but hope you're all doing well, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoying your Tuesday so far. I'm going to go off, I'm going to go eat some food. I'm so hungry at the moment. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic day. So we're going to wait a little bit longer, about 10 seconds, make sure we finish this live stream on point, on time. So yes, thank you so much for watching. If you have made it this far, if you've got a super fast internet connection, but take care and have an absolutely fantastic one, lads.